Welcome back. Federal agencies say data is more important than ever. That means the resilience of that data is moving up their risk management charts. Richard Breakiron, Senior Director of Strategic Initiatives for U.S. Public Sector at Commvault. Richard, welcome. Thanks for joining me. You spoke recently about data resilience. What does that term mean to a federal data professional, and who else should care about data resilience inside their organizations?
Well, thank you first. Cannot thank you enough for the opportunity to be here. And data resilience is everywhere, in my opinion, and it applies to the entire organization. And I'll take Lieutenant General Jeff Ray's Army G6 comments the other day. His comment is, the Army doesn't have a data problem, they have a data management problem. And that's what data resilience is all about. There's a unity of data that is now becoming very, very apparent. AI is actually driving a lot of this as well. You've got data everywhere, but not a drop to drink in the way of many things. So what I think we, in particular in industry, and particularly in Commvault and in Carahsoft and supporting their partnerships, is we're trying to say everybody has data on-prem, they have some in the cloud, they have some in their own cloud regional centers or their intranets. And the goal is, wouldn't it be nice to have a management system that you can overlay on all of this? Data resilience is not only about knowing where your data is, first critical step, knowing the quality of your data. I know a couple of your speakers have spoken to this before, but also when the terrible happens, either by accident or by an adversarial attack, that you have the ability to get back up and running your critical systems. Get your critical systems back up and running, be it your Active Directory instantiations or any of your immediacy of doing business, doing mission accomplishment. That's what data resilience is about. It's really having that control holistically in a unified way.
Folks in our community frame ideas oftentimes around people, process, technology. You've done the same with this concept, particularly though about technology. You write, technology is the foundation for modernization regarding data resilience. What's the connection among those two things? You heard Carter just a few moments ago talking about what he's doing for modernization, consolidation, making EPA a data-centric organization.
So for me, I always look at that framework. And to me, technology is that augment to both the people and the process, because right now data is occurring at such a rapid rate, it's such a volume of data, and it's such a variety. You've got drones getting information everywhere on the federal side. You've got interfaces with public, like Carter mentioned with EPA. You've got private organizations that need access to EPA data as a good example. But what you are able to do with technology is start to put an overlay, put an architecture in place that allows people to integrate and use their ways of wanting to interface. So notice that I think technology from the very get-go of the first computers have always been about you and I talk like we are talking right now and engaging. That's how I want to deal with a computer. I want to have a normal conversation. And so that's a technical issue. I want to be able to let people be able to have that automated sense. So when I look at the AI that Commvault integrates, we have a dashboard. We can now see data all the way from the on-premise to the cloud. It's a unified picture. But now, wouldn't it just be nice to say, hey, can you tell me how our backups did last month? Can you tell me which data is at risk? Hey, can you tell me what data did Richard Breakiron talk to yesterday, last month? How's he look from a profile? Is he an insider threat? So these are the ways that I envision and where I see industry is taking us, and where our technology certainly is taking us to enhance the individual and to enhance the process. Zero trust architecture, another good example of that. So our CEO, when we achieved our FedRAMP high and we started, a lot of people came to us and said, oh, this is compliance and ball and chain. And he put the spin on it saying, no, it's not. Here's a strategic advantage. So in the same way Carter mentioned about these unified teams, people, process, and technology has to be unified. You have to see that compliance controls are really just about business processes. And if you work security at the same time you're building the technical solution of using Google Maps or using whatever technology that you see, you all of a sudden realize, oh, this can be an integrated picture, and I can interface with technology in a way that really meets a lot of objectives that everybody's trying to achieve.
Richard, it's always great to have you on the program. Thanks for joining me again.
Well, I can't thank you enough, Francis. I really appreciate this opportunity, and I know Carahsoft, I appreciate their sponsorship as well.
You can read more about data resilience on today's show page at fedgovtoday.com.